This is Seven's Afternoon News with Melissa Doyle.
Good afternoon. We now know that the storm that smashed New South Wales last night was something very few of us had ever seen before. Snow 20 centimetres deep continues to lie across the Blue Mountains. We'll go there live in just a moment. Emergency crews across Sydney are still responding to more than 1,000 calls for help after the city was lashed by a cyclonic bomb. We have new details about the elderly pilot who died in a homemade plane crash in Melbourne. And Mark Holden responds to an avalanche of complaints about his behaviour on Dancing with the Stars.
Good afternoon, everyone. In sport, a shock in rugby league. Parramatta and New South Wales star Jared Hayne quits the game to pursue a career in American football.
And have we seen the last of the extreme weather? I'm tracking the storms. Full details in just a few minutes.
First at 4, it's been called Oxnober, the freak spring storm that's plunged the Blue Mountains west of Sydney into a deep freeze. It cut power, stranded drivers and caused major public transport delays. Live to Matthew Snelson in the Blue Mountains. And Matt, are they still digging their way out up there?
Mel, there is still plenty around. It's starting to melt now, but still plenty for a snowball fight. The Blue Mountains was absolutely blanketed in snow in this storm. It's been stunning, but plenty of problems as well, and hard to believe when you look around. This time 12 months ago, there were devastating bushfires.
A year after the Blue Mountains turned a devastating shade of black, there's now white as far as the eye can see. The thick blanket of snow is a rare spring scene in a region still recovering from the terrifying blazes that destroyed homes and livelihoods.
It's amazing. We had firefighters down the back 12 months ago.
A stunning sight made for a new playground for the kids, but there are headaches. 3 major power substations shut down, cutting supply to more than 13,000 homes, making for a very cold morning.
We've got a fire on and we're heating water on the coals.
The snowstorm arrived with a vengeance, dumping up to 20 centimetres in some areas in just a few hours. It took drivers by surprise, cutting road access to towns dotted along the mountains. The Great Western Highway was also blocked, meaning a wet and cold night by the roadside.
Hopefully I'll get home tonight, back to work, and we're not sure.
Residents are used to seeing snow, just not this late in the year.
Might get heavy snowfalls like this maybe every 5-8 years or so, but yeah, this is just phenomenal.
It wasn't a night for pets to be out.
Oh, look at you. In you go.
But the below-zero temperature couldn't keep some people inside. A late-night snowball fight with friends just too tempting.
Matt, those pictures are just amazing, but are there still problems there this afternoon?
Thankfully, Mel, the problems on the roads have cleared up. The 2 major routes through the Blue Mountains, the Great Western Highway and Bell's Line of Road, are now reopened. Traffic's heavy, the roads are slippery, so there are a few problems there. But the main hassle and the main problem here for people are the power outages of about 3,000 homes without power. It is hoped that that will be all fixed up by tonight. Many here will be happy to see that after a very cold night and a very cold day, Mel.
I bet they will. All right, Matthew Snelson reporting live from the Blue Mountains this afternoon. Thank you very much. Now, down the mountains, Sydney was smashed by a once-in-a-century storm. The rain was torrential, causing incredible flash flooding, and the lightning was brutal, igniting house fires and sending sparks flying off Sydney Tower.
An upturned car jammed in a storm water.